That is what we're talking about, fellas. We go into the Giants Stadium on Thursday Night Football. We get a nice, demanding win. The score was 34-13. Carson Wentz looked comfortable. He was 26 of 36, 278 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Now, before we really dissect everything that went on here, I understand that this team stinks. The Giants stink. They really do. It's crazy. I mean, Odell Beckham's throwing fits again on the sideline. Can't get anything going. He barely got any touches. Barkley was a monster tonight, just torching our D, which is the best run defense in the NFL, where I do have some problems. But yes, it was a great win, and I'm happy, and we're now 3-3, and we got a little bit more of a comfortable win. Nice to get some energy going, maybe get some confidence going. I'm stoked about that. But at the same time, we just beat up on a bad team, which is good, You need to do that, especially with the way we played through the first 5 weeks. You need to do that. But I don't know 100% what we have yet. I'm thrilled that that happened. But I need to see it again. I need to see it happen again. Now let's dissect on how some of this played out. You have Alshon Jeffrey with a big touchdown early after our defense comes up huge. Jordan Hicks makes an outstanding read. Grugier-Hill ends up getting the interception. We cash in just like that and take a nice early lead. Now, like I said, Barkley was doing damage. He was running the football, and early on he's running for big yardages, and we don't let that happen. We don't let running plays just beat us like that. And it happened a few times. And Malcolm Jenkins missed some big-time tackles, whether it was on Odell Beckham Jr., which one pissed me off insanely, because Malcolm's our leader. Malcolm's our captain. He misses a tackle on Odell Beckham, which would have made them punt it or go for it on 4th down at the time, because it was a little bit of a comfortable lead for the Eagles. But the next play, you literally have Barkley run it to the house on a 50-plus yarder. I mean, you can't have that happen. You can't have your leader missing tackles. He had a tough night. He was missing tackles all night long. Our defense as a whole were literally not getting the guy down. Barkley's bumping off everyone, and I know he's a legitimate beast in this league, and he's a stud, and he's got that type of thighs that are just thick as hell, and he's running through people. But we have the best run defense in the NFL. That can't happen. That I'm not okay with. I'm not okay with. We have Corey Clement scoring a touchdown, Ertz scoring a touchdown, Alshon with another one. I mean, our offense got going a little bit. I thought Carson looked smooth. He looked comfortable. He was running out of the pocket a few times. He looked good. And now you can see, as he's getting a little bit of mojo back out, as he's playing week after week after week, he's getting a little bit more comfortable. Now, in regards to our defensive line, they were getting home. They were getting home big time. But you got to keep in mind how bad this offensive line they went up against is. Now, I'm not trying to counter everything here, but it is the truth. You need to realize that this New York Giants team is just not good. But at the same time, we haven't been playing well, and to get some confidence is nice. To get to the quarterback, it feels nice for these guys. Michael Bennett coming up clutch at the goal line. He also did have another personal foul for roughing the passer, which I thought this one was a little bit more of the right call due to the new rule. Not that I love it, but the new rule, that's an easy call. Let's take a look at the drive of the game for me was after we allowed that Barkley touchdown, after the Malcolm Jenkins missed tackle. We had a drive that we put together that was super, super solid. Now, it starts with a Smallwood fumble. And we recover it. They go to review it. We get the ball back. 2 huge 3rd down plays. One to Jordan Matthews in the slot. The next one, it's 3rd and long. Bang, back to Jordan Matthews. Now, Ogletree gets a penalty because Carson slides, and it was clear as day he hits him late. I mean, just stupid. Just absolutely dumb. Ogletree gets a penalty. Or actually, was that on Carson? I forget if that was on Carson or someone else. But regardless, Ogletree gets a penalty for just a late hit after he already hit the ground. I mean, that was just dumb. Absolutely dumb. Keeps the drive alive. We end up just wasting clock, going downfield, just running the football, moving the football downfield. We end up settling for a field goal, but we wasted so much clock. We get more points on the board, and it was just a really nice drive. Now, one thing I wanted to look at was, how is Doug Peterson going to run the football compared to passing? How is he going to do it? And I think it's a little bit skewed because we had such a comfortable lead that he was running the ball late, trying to waste time. During the game where it was still close, he got way too pass happy again. He was not running the football. I don't like looking at the numbers after the game because it shows a lot more runs because, yes, we're up by so many points, he's trying to run the clock out. But during the actual play of this game where it was still a competitive match, throwing the ball, throwing the ball, throwing the ball, throwing the ball. Run the ball more. If we're going to succeed, we need to run the ball. It opens up everything. So that upsets me a little bit. Some injuries. Jason Peters, he goes out. Sidney Jones, he goes out. Now, as an offensive line, I don't think they played bad. There was one series where Carson Wentz, either his arm or he got hit 4 consecutive times. 2 from Jason Peters getting torched, 2 from Lane Johnson getting torched. And I'm thinking, oh no. Nelson Aguilar had to make an outstanding play because Carson threw the ball as his arm got hit. It's flying up in the air, and he makes an outstanding play to come back towards the ball and make a play and make some yards out of it. But that was early on in this game. They settled in after that. Once Vaitai came in when Jason Peters left, he got beat pretty good by Vernon, but he stepped up after that. But yeah, so 2 big injuries. Sidney Jones did not return with a hamstring, and Jason Peters out. Jalen Mills did go down for a little bit, but he came back. Same with Lane Johnson. He was questionable with the ankle sprain before the game, but it worked out. It worked out. Came back in. Someone who I thought stood out to me a little bit was Carter with the punt return game. Now, late, he muffed the punt, and the Giants gave up. I mean, if they were actually pursuing him, they would have had the ball. He muffed the punt and dropped right in front of him, but the Giants essentially gave up at that point. You had a Giant literally run to Carter and then roll left. He just rolled left when the ball was still in the air. If he stayed there and cared and had effort, I mean, the Giants just didn't have effort. The fans deserve to be pissed off. Their offense looked terrible. I don't know what Pat Shurmur's doing. You have Odell Beckham pissed off, and I mean, they're a mess over there. He always loves to throw underneath. It's 1st and 21 point. He's throwing balls to the left side for a screen. Then the next play, he throws it to the right side for a screen. I mean, I don't know what they're doing over there. As a whole, I am thrilled with the win, don't get me wrong, but I need to keep an account on who we were playing. They're not a good team. It's great to get some confidence. I like it for that aspect. I want to see this team get going. Carson looks comfortable. Our D-line got home, so that's nice to see. I thought Ronald Darby had a nice game. He was breaking up some plays. Things that got me a little bit upset is I'm still questioning Doug Peterson with the run-the-pass situation, and Malcolm Jenkins, our leader, was getting worked by Saquon Barkley, missing tackles. Barkley destroyed our defense, and we're supposed to have the best run defense in the NFL. So there's still some questions, and I need to see them get answered next week against the Panthers. I need to see them do this again, get another win. I need to see it again. This is great. I'm happy with it. Don't get me wrong, but I still have some questions because I know we were going up against a bad team, and I think that's fair. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will break down more of this game. This is just my initial reaction to it, bang, right from the chute. I'll see you next time.